friends, I'm recording this in the middle of the day of December 24th, Christmas Eve day. Thank you very much for being part of Canadian Cutting Edge this year. I appreciate all the love that you send my way, especially to those of you who are financial supporters of the channel. Your help, it means an awful lot to me. It really does. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever holiday or non-holiday that you celebrate, may this time of year just be awesome for you. In one way, it's awesome for us today. Today, it's actually forecast to get above freezing at 9 p.m. It's been warming up all day long. The 6-day deep freeze that we've had here in the prairies in Canada is coming to an end, and we're just so happy for it. Bandit's happy for it. He's been inside for 6 days, pretty much, other than, to do his business. And today he gets to go outside for a walk. He's happy about that. He's really happy about that. My wife is out with him right now. It's still pretty cold out. It's like minus 17, minus 18 Celsius right now. Pretty cold out. And it's supposed to warm up though. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. I want to give you just a little bit of, top 5 list, something like a top 5 list, not exactly. I haven't done this for a number of years. What are the companies that I like, the companies that I prefer? Now, this isn't necessarily the best company, but the ones I like the best. Overall, talking about factory knives, like not small shop knives, like, where you've got a company with, 10, 15 employees or 2 employees, 1 employee, whatever. I'm not talking about those kind of knife businesses, but the big knife businesses. And with this channel, it's predominantly, it's all China right now, at least the ones in the top list. My favorite knife company of this year, now I don't think I've got a knife from this year right here, but QSP knives, I really, really like them. Now, a lot of their knives are not low budget, but they do make good low budget knives. I just wish they'd stop using T6 screws, but they use high quality steel in their screws. So, I haven't had a QSP knife with stripped out screws. So overall, my favorite knife company right now is QSP knives. But what are the best knife companies where you can get a lot of low price knives at a good price? Low price knives at a good price. High quality knives at a low price. Well, maybe not super high quality, but decent, reasonable, good quality knives at a low price. In no particular order, got my list here. Ganzo. This is an old one. I've had this guy for about 6 years. Wood-handled knife. Now, Ganzo's been known for copying other knives. And, they're still doing a lot of copying of other knives, but they've also got their own lineup, and they're asking designers to submit knives all the time. I do wish they'd use less D2 in their lineup of custom knives. Most of their other knives, 440C is generally what they've used for a couple of years, several years. So I like 440C. It's a good budget steel. Okay, Ganzo. Ganzo's one of the knife companies. Another knife company that I like, where is my lineup? Here we go, Kubi. Kubi makes some really nice knives. A lot of knives that are $40 before discount. Unfortunately, most of those are D2. But then, like this 14C28N for a good price. And Kubi makes some really good knives. I'm happy with Kubi. Now, these are, again, in no particular order. Next, a company that I like a lot is Harns. This is the Harns Time. I've most recently reviewed this particular knife. This one looks really funky, but they've come out with a lot of good knives, often that look a little bit weird, but the quality is quite good and the price is very good for those. Next is Scentcut / Civivi. Now, Civivi has some higher priced knives too, but Scentcut, Civivi, there's some knives on their brand that are just really, really nice. I know I just did an unboxing of this. I've already reviewed this guy with the burgundy handle scales. I forgot. I do that sometimes. I buy the same knife twice. Wasn't thinking. I just like them so much. Scentcut and Civivi knives, they are just generally very good quality knives. Next, Six Leaf / Tucson. 2 different brand names, basically the same company. What I don't really like about Six Leaf is, are they all D2 so far? Is there any Six Leaf that's not D2? I like D2. people say I hate on D2, but I don't. I like D2. I just don't like it on pocket knives. You know, your pockets get hot and sweaty and humid, and I don't want carbon steel in a hot, sweaty, humid place. I did that enough when I was a kid. When I was young, almost every pocket knife was carbon steel, and you had to be more careful. And nowadays, there's very good stainless steels, and I just prefer stainless steels on my pocket knives. And you get a lot of those from Tucson. Do I have a Tucson here? Here we go, with 14C28N, night morning design. So there's some good stuff from them. And finally, the last company of this 5 on the list is CJRB. Do I got one here? Here we go, the Feldspar. I know the Feldspar is not from this year, but it's a nice thumb stud knife. Now, the one thing I want to warn you all about is I've had bad experiences with warranty. If you're buying a knife, make sure it's good right away. Send it back to the retailer if there's any problems. Do not try to deal with warranty for these Chinese companies. It just sucks. Not across the board, but largely it sucks. I've had a really bad experience with CJRB, Artisan Cutlery's budget line. It was terrible. It took like 9 or 10 months before it got resolved, and it only got resolved because I'm a reviewer. Now, for the average Joe who buys a knife and needs to deal with warranty service, I feel sorry for you guys. Like, I mean, it just is not good at all. What a great note to say Merry Christmas on, isn't it? I hope you have an awesome 2023. And hey, maybe you want to decide to tag along and support the channel. You get free knives. Whoops, just about dropped it on the floor. Every month, one of my supporters wins a knife, and there's only in the low 50s of you guys, so the odds are great. And knife sales. I got a knife sale coming up in January. And I give all my supporters the first 2 days access to the knife sale, and whatever's left over is open to the public, you know, the rest of my viewership to buy, and often it's less than a quarter of the knives that are left. So it's just another way that I'm thanking those people that are supporting the channel. So if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/CCE, or you can click the join button down below. If you want to do a one-time support of the channel, you can do it through Patreon. I've got a link or an address down below. If you're in Canada, you can do e-transfer, CanadianCuttingEdge at gmail.com. You can send money there. And you can do Buy Me a Coffee, buymeacoffee.com/cuttingedge. I'm not begging for money. Hey, if you don't want to send anything, don't send anything, for crying out loud. I'm not trying to take money away from you. But if you want to show me some love, there's the ways that you can do it. Have an awesome 2023.